Hi, welcome to the Fast Cap Show. As you can see, I got Mirashi with us, and we're going to talk about LinkedIn for students. Good evening, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for inviting me to this show.
You're welcome, my friend. So, before we talk about your idea, tell me a little bit about yourself. What should I know about you?
So, my name is Harsh Gautam. I'm from a city named Halwani, which is stated in the state of Uttarakhand in India. And I'm currently in my 12th grade in high school. And I'm currently building my own startup, Chronicles by Harshit. And, and I'm a blogger,
Mhm.
I'm a programmer, and I'm also a writer. Soon my book is also being launched.
Nice, nice. Congratulations. So, let's talk a little bit about LinkedIn
Thank
for
you, sir.
students. Why did you come up with that idea? I mean, what need did you see?
So apparently, we have heard this term LinkedIn everywhere. And there is a myth that LinkedIn is an application to find jobs when you don't get one by just mailing HRs.
Yep.
It is known to be a platform for jobs and internships, but it isn't. Basically, even the students who are graduating or getting out of the school or colleges, they come upon LinkedIn just for getting their jobs because they couldn't get the placements in their campuses.
Yep.
And that becomes another major factor that LinkedIn becomes very crucial for the students to start early and build their own personal brand and identity with the people they want to work with.
I agree with what you're saying because we are talking before the show. Naturally, we assume that every student has a LinkedIn active profile, not just your page, but one follow.
Yes,
And I'm stunned when I'll say to my students, "Hey, connect with me on LinkedIn." And they're like, "I don't use it." I'm like, "That's your choice." I mean, some people just don't want anything to do with social media, but I'm like you said, I want to look you up on LinkedIn. I want to learn a little bit about you, what you've achieved. It's kind of a way to find those jobs versus just, "Hey, I'm Cav and I have one follower on one connection on LinkedIn." So tell me about some of the
yes.
successes you've had with this idea. What are you doing to help people understand the
So,
importance of LinkedIn?
so recently I've just crossed 2,400 followers on LinkedIn,
Nice.
and I've been posting consistently, where I am posting at least once a week, and I was even active where I was posting 4 to 5 times a week. And I'm happy to know that many thousands of people read my posts
Mhm.
if I show my post impressions. And another thing is that I have achieved two internships, which I haven't mentioned on my profile, but I got those two internships just because of LinkedIn and the exposure, the kind of guidance I got from those people. It was really helpful for what I'm building right now.
See, you brought up a great point. Like you said, it's by being active that those people saw you and offered it. But I want to go back for a second because you made a
Yes,
great point. Sometimes people think, oh, I have to be active every day. I have to be posting multiple times a day. And then, like, I don't have the time, but I don't have enough to say to do that every day, 2 or 3 times a day. But like you said, you're doing it once a week.
yes,
Everyone has time to do it once a week. I mean, there's always a few minutes.
yes.
So they shouldn't get caught up in that, the people who are posting 5 times a day. You don't have to do that to be active on LinkedIn, right?
That shows how you are trying to target some people. That shows a niche you're trying to target and like just bombard your posts to those
Yep.
niches. It also it also ruins the algorithm, I guess, if I'm not sure. Like, yes. And this point leads to another point which I wanted to mention, which is perfection. I
Mm.
would like to share a recent
Go ahead.
story of my friend who wanted to be active on LinkedIn recently. And I talked to her in school, and she said, "Okay, I have written my first post." Then she said that she'll send me just for corrections so that I can tell her how hooks and everything work. And I corrected her post, and it's been a week. She has corrected that post from me and haven't posted yet. So there comes the perfection point. She thinks that she needs to write the perfect post.
Hmm.
But if you wait for the perfect time, you will never be able to post. It's been a week and she's not understanding. That's how stubborn these students are.
Well, I agree with you. There's so much pressure, like, to have the perfect post. I don't want to offend anyone. I want everyone to like it. And again, I find that most of my most
Yes,
popular posts are just me being honest and vulnerable. Hey, this is what happened to me today. I didn't see this coming. And, people connect with people. If it's
yes,
sometimes when you look, you're like, oh my God, this guy's the most amazing life. Every post is perfect. And I like, half the time I'm looking going, huh, should
yes.
have fixed those two typos I had, Oh well, type of thing. So crystal ball time, my friend. What are you hoping to accomplish with this idea? What do you want people to take away from the helping them with LinkedIn?
Pardon? Your last sentence just got broken.
So, just what are you hoping to accomplish with this idea? What do you want people to learn about LinkedIn from what you're sharing?
So I'm trying to make awareness among children to be active on this platform. Come up, read other people's posts, go find your niche, go find the professors, the HRs, the people you want to work with or like get guidance from in the future. Post not your achievements about getting an internships, but about how that 1 mark you lost in your exam made you sad. Even that's a post. You can share how just because of that 1 mark, the teacher scolded you and what all happened. You can share your story with your learnings. People are on LinkedIn to learn.
Yep.
There are thousands, there are millions of people waiting to learn different stuff from different posts and different people, even students. I've seen 14-year students, like even younger than me, who are doing much better than me. I've seen many others who aren't even in any job or an internship, are just students and are just sharing their own journeys. So come up on this platform, share your journey, and I can assure that there will be someone who will come and get you.
I really liked your advice to
Will come and get you and will take you further.
I like your advice to share your journey and also to look for your niche because I'm often reading
Yes,
posts like yours. I've been watching the chronicles that you've been posting and sharing those, but it allows me to get to learn a little bit about you and to learn a little bit about a particular topic. I happen to like networking and entrepreneurship, so I can read posts about those
yes,
topics and learn more. Going, you know what? I never thought of networking in that way. Hey, I read this today. I really liked it. You should check out their post. And I'll find people I'm not even connected to and share their post because I think it has value. It is kind of funny how they'll
true.
message me going, "Who are you? Like, why are you sharing my post? Thank you." But it just, it's kind of weird to them. So, what's the best way for people to reach out to? How can they learn more if they want some advice on LinkedIn?
So LinkedIn isn't a platform which will be taught to you by some course or some book, although there are many courses. There are many books written on LinkedIn on how to connect with people, how to connect with your own niche. But I must say that everything is there to explore. You can't just plan everything. You can't just watch an organized, structured lecture on LinkedIn and just come up, okay, let's make a profile. Let's put up that I like to play badminton. I like to code in Python and begin. It is in the way. Everything is to be explored. You can't always have a proper plan. And if I could add another point to it, writing. People hate writing. I've seen people uh, telling me, okay, can you please write a post for me? Why would I? It's your story, it's your journey, it's
Yep.
what you have learned. Why would I write your post? People really hate writing. And it's the key. Writing is the most crucial and the most lucrative skill in this and the
Amen.
further coming years.
Amen.
Now, we can't get AI in between this. It would get a very long podcast or else.
Yeah.
But I must say, writing is something you can't be perfect at. once. It takes time.
It sure does, man.
Even, yes, it feels boring at the start, but it gets more exciting. It gets more of something which makes you wait for that particular time. Okay, Sunday is coming up. I have to post on Sunday. I have my topic ready. Let's start writing.
Yep.
It gets you that level of excitement once you start enjoying the process of writing. And that's what people hate the most, and that's the most crucial thing on LinkedIn. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah. No, you're 100% correct. I always say to my students, if you have good writing skills, you will always find work. Because again,
Yes,
most people aren't good writers. Now people just want to throw everything in the chat GPT. Here's my idea, write this for me. Good writing skills, just like I said, it's super important and stuff. So cool. So I appreciate you taking
yes.
a few minutes to call into my show today. And as always, thanks for being my friend.